go.
Yeah, warm the bike up, Andy. Yeah, warm the bike up, Andy.
So yes, that is a motorbike you see, and we are at Newport this morning on a Sunday for our 1 hour motorbike blast. So we're just here for 1 hour of full quality, fast efforts behind the motorbike. And Andy there is just on the track, warming the tyres up so we can stick to the track a bit better. So what we're doing to start off with is a 20-minute warm-up. There's Kenny Knight, left a little bit of a gap to get on there. Starting off at 28 miles an hour and then getting faster and faster and faster as we go. So Angie is behind the motorbike at the moment. She's getting a nice little toe there, isn't she? And we're all sitting behind, and then we're going to be doing changing every lap.
Lap changes! And now the fun begins, 32 miles per hour, getting faster and faster. Because now we're 33. Let the fun begin.
So at 33 miles per hour, doing lap changes behind the bike and then swinging off and going to the back. It's easy behind the back, just sitting there, but it gets really hard at the back. And now we're doing the classic points race drill. Andy's on the motorbike going around at steady, well, 31, 32, 33 miles per hour. All depends what he fancies. Sometimes he goes a little bit faster, without telling me. And every time we come to the back straight, the rider who's behind the bike pops out and sprints along the blue line and races to the finishing line. And after the finishing line, they swing up and then get back and recover, sitting behind the bike. A real points race drill this is, and really aiming to work at your recovery after that effort. Some people can't even get past the bike. You have to swing up and go to the back. It's a really hard session. Obviously, trying to sprint past a bike at 35 miles an hour gets a bit tasty. And here we are. If you look to the right, we've got our next group coming in for that PDQ session. So people are already coming in for the session, as you can see here. Another sold out PDQ group session coming up next. And now we move on to our group session. We've done the warm-up and we're going straight into the classic, taking half lap sprints. So we've got two groups, half lap apart on the blue line, and every time Andy blows the whistle, whoever's on the front of the group looks over their shoulder, drops down to the black line and sprints across to the other side. Or if they're really, really fast, like Tom Gregson and Tom Abbey, they take 4 laps. But to make it harder, when they catch the group up, they have to go above the group, overtake them, look over their shoulders and then drop down. That's really hard. To make it harder for them, but safer for us too. And there's the group there. Just listen for that whistle. Every time you hear a whistle go, a rider goes away. There's Graham Welch just going past. And somebody must have upset Andy today, because he did this session for 15 minutes. That hurts. This is John Berry. He's just taking his half a lap. Just going around there. Oh, that rider looks fast, doesn't he? Like that special jersey. Here's our oldest rider here, David from PDQ, training for the Masters Championships next week. Probably one of the oldest riders around. And here's our sprinters, Jacob on the front there, and Alistair. Going to do their little sprinting efforts.
There we go.
Ooh, big! One of the Alistair came over the top. And as we had a nice big group today, Andy did his favourite session, 40 laps of hell. It's a 40 lap event and you can go as hard as you like. You can stay on the front and swing up out the way. You could lose a lap, get back in and stir it up again. Obviously the fast boys stay in there the whole way if they can. It's a real hard session and it gets split up all over the place, as you will see later on. But don't worry if you're a beginner or novice, we don't do this type of session in those ones. This is only for the most experienced group sessions we do. So that's it from the PDQ track session today. We've got no session next week. We've got our riders riding the British Cycling Masters Track Championships at Newport. So see you again on the 18th of September where we've got 6 hours of track time. Bye bye from PDQ Cycle Coaching. Bye bye.